Hello, fellow students. Good evening once again. Today, we'll be looking at our economics lesson 8. We'll start with the short-run cost schedule. Then we'll look at the graph. The short-run cost schedule. At the initial stage, when the firm has just acquired land or capital but not yet started production, output is 0. Total cost is therefore equal to the cost of the fixed factors, that is 50. If the firm wants to produce, it has to acquire raw materials, workers, cease, and other variable factors. As the firm acquires more variable inputs to increase output, it incurs variable costs. Total cost is now made up of total variable cost and total fixed cost. Let's take a look at the short-run cost schedule. Look at it very well. Use it to derive all short-run cost curves and their relationships. Now let's look at the curve also. The vertical axis represents costs and the horizontal axis represents output, as you can see. As output increases from 0 to 10, TFC remains fixed at 50 cedis, and the TFC curve is horizontal or lateral. TFC, however, increases from 0 upward. As output increases, TVC curve increases slowly, initially due to increasing returns. Later, the TVC curve rises sharply due to diminishing returns. TC is equal to TFC plus TVC. Therefore, TC minus TVC is equal to TFC. The relationship confirms that the distance between the TC and TVC curves represent the TFC curve. Since TFC is fixed at 50, the vertical distance between the TC and TVC is 50. You can see that the vertical distance between the two curves is the same as the rays throughout. TC is therefore parallel to TVC. Now let's come to marginal cost. Marginal cost is the change in total cost per unit change in quantity. Or you can say marginal cost, sometimes referred to as incremental cost, and is defined as the change in total cost per unit change in quantity or output. It is the increase in total cost that results from producing one extra unit of output, or the decrease in total cost if output is decreased by 1 unit. Marginal cost is an extra cost incurred as a result of producing an extra unit of output. Algebraically, marginal cost, MC, has two formulae. 1, MC is equal to change in TC divided by change in quantity. As you all know, TC is equal to TFC plus TVC. As you all know, TC is equal to TFC plus TVC. So when you are solving it, you know how to do it. Change in TC. Okay. When you get to the calculation, you will solve it. Two, marginal cost is equal to change in TVC divided by change in quantity. Change in TVC divided by change in quantity. Now, let's go to average fixed cost. Average fixed cost. It is defined as total variable cost per unit of output. Algebraically, AFC, average fixed cost, has two formulae. One, average fixed cost is equal to TFC divided by quantity. Average fixed cost is equal to total fixed cost divided by quantity. 2, average fixed cost is equal to average cost minus average variable cost. Average fixed cost is equal to average cost minus average variable cost. Average variable cost. It is defined as total variable cost per unit of output. Algebraically, average variable cost as AVC has two formulae. One, average variable cost is equal to TVC divided by quantity. Average variable cost is equal to total variable cost divided by quantity. 2, average variable cost is equal to average cost minus average fixed cost. Average variable cost AVC is equal to AC minus AFC. Average total cost or average cost, ATC or AC. It means average total cost the same as average cost. So anywhere you see ATC the same as AC. It is defined as total cost per unit of output. Algebraically, ATC or AC has two formulae. One, AC is equal to TC divided by quantity, or average cost is equal to total cost divided by quantity. 2, AC, average cost, is equal to average variable cost plus average fixed cost. Average variable cost plus average fixed cost. That's AC is equal to AVC plus AFC. Our next topic will be nature of marginal cost, average variable cost, and average fixed cost curves. Then after that, we look at the calculations. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.